Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. You may have noticed I changed my sign. That's because I want to talk about the last thing in this series. It's something that has helped carry me through the last decade or so, dealing with the pain of my brother's death. Whether or not you believe in heaven is your personal choice. I'm just here to say that I do, and because of this, I feel that I am going to see my brother again one day, and it's been a hope and a reassurance that I hold on to and have done so for all these years. But I'm still stuck with the dilemma, what do I do in the meantime? So that's kind of where my journey took me in a different direction I did not anticipate. And with such deep pain that I was experiencing, I learned about a word that made a huge difference in my life, and that's called purpose. The interesting thing was, I found that the more pain that I was in, the more of a chance there was to make some sort of purpose come out of it. And I discovered this beautiful relationship that you can have with purpose. Now, because of my beliefs, I think that my brother eternally knows how much I love him and cherished our relationship. However, I have all this love to give, and without him being here, I feel like I don't want it to go to waste. So that's part of where turning it into a purpose, you know. I found a way that I can take my pain and turn it into something else that will bring meaning and value to another person's life. I've got this big container that's filled with love, and I found that there's a lot of people out there in this world that really need to feel that they are loved. And I don't do it in a major way to people all over the place, but I find that you can share a bit of love in tiny doses. And sometimes those tiny doses make the world of difference to somebody. Before my brother died, he had a chance to spend some time with some kids. One of our cousins had requested someone to watch the kids. And I remember my brother took them up to the lake and they went swimming, and the kids' faces were just full of joy and laughter. Later on, I remember more kids coming into the lives of our family. And when I watched my brother spend time with them, I could just see it. I thought, man, he would make such a good father. And I had never been around kids very much myself, so I never thought too highly of myself in that regard. But I remember thinking how good of a father he would have been. He just seemed to enjoy them so much. So one of the areas I learned about giving was basically to be an example to young people. I have to admit, I'm not real good with kids. I've never had the opportunity, and on occasion I do get a chance to try to do something. It's given me a chance not necessarily to be a father, but to act like one. Some of these boys show an interest in mechanical things, so I take what skills that I've learned, and I've had mentors over my lifetime who have shown me all these valuable skills. I try to work with them and try to teach them, about things mechanical, and try to help them learn. And I also try to help, talk through some of their problems with them and try to help them make sense of this crazy world that they live in. And I find that they don't always listen, and that's okay. But I at least want to put it out there and try to teach, how to make better decisions for yourself. And hopefully they can avoid some of the pain that I caused myself through my bad decisions. So, and there's another way you can assign purpose to your pain. You can do some sort of acts of charity. And this has been one of the the greatest ones that I've been a part of. I've worked with numerous charities, and it's amazing the amount of joy that you can get out of doing something for someone else. And as an example, everyone knows what it's like when you get hungry, because it is our human experience. And when we start getting hungry and going for too long, our stomach starts to growl and make noise. For many of us, we're fortunate enough to know where the next meal is coming from. But for someone who doesn't, somebody who's really hungry or starving, they may not know where their next meal is coming from. And I find that there's tons of opportunity to fill this gap. And it doesn't take a whole lot to do it. Sometimes it's just the little pieces that you can be a part of. And I remember when I first started, I thought to myself, somebody's going to eat tonight. And it's not because of me. It's, even if you say that it is because I've chosen to give. I don't even care. I'm doing it for my brother. I'm taking that same love that I have for my brother and I'm passing it off to someone else because they were worth it. And yes, you can argue that, teaching a man to fish is better than giving him a fish for a meal. And there's wisdom in that. At the same time, sometimes people are just going through a rough time and they just need to get through the moment. And that's where we can help. It's something simple and it feels good to do it. So I encourage you to try it sometime. And it's actually addictive, if I'm honest. You do more and more for people, and it makes you want to do even more. Christmas is one of my favorite times of the year, and I get a lot of enjoyment out of gifting things to other people. And for the people that don't have a lot, that's where some of the greatest joy comes from, is being a part of their life and just seeing the joy light up on their face, the smiles and the laughter. There's nothing that you can do to replace that feeling with something that you buy for yourself. I've had so many opportunities to be a part of things that benefit people. It's been such a great source of joy in my life. And when you just see their faces, there's just something that magical about it. It does get discouraging whenever you do it and then they show no appreciation. That happens. It certainly does. But you keep giving anyway, because the ones that it does mean something to, it's going to make a world of difference to them. And that's why I keep doing it. I've come across some people that have taken advantage of me numerous times, and I forgive them. I cannot judge them for the way they've treated me or how they've used me. They just did, and I moved on. So my challenge to myself every year is to make somebody's Christmas one to remember. But in time, I've changed that too, to not let it just be a Christmas thing. I've wanted for so long to give that I find the opportunities are too abundant to simply hold up for the whole year. I realize I have to give on a regular basis. It does cost money, but you do it anyway. You're giving away, little things. They seem like they're nothing, but when you give away even small gifts, it's a piece of your life, because those gifts didn't come to you for nothing. You've had to work for them and earn everything that you've gotten to this point. It's been through you trading your time for money. And whenever you trade your time for money, you give your skills and time to an employer, or through a business or some sort of income that you create, you in turn go and buy something for somebody, that's not just giving them a little trinket or something. You're giving them a piece of your life. And that means so much when you stop to think about it. And those that really appreciate it will actually try to understand that. You're not just giving gifts, you're giving part of your life to somebody. And when you do that, it is such a fantastic reward. Nothing else compares. Doing something for other people, loving them the way they should be loved, the way our Creator intended for them to be loved. And when you do this, I promise you, it won't let you down. It may at sometimes. If you do it enough, I promise you. And when you learn to give enough on a consistent basis, I promise you, it won't let you down. Find a good, worthwhile investment, turning that pain that you experience. Assign it a purpose. Do something that's going to bless the life of another person. And I find that this works tremendously. And I'm so happy to be sharing it with you today. I hope that you will go out and try it sometime. Why not try it today? Find somebody, share some love with them, and when you feel that pain in your heart that's so deep and so powerful, assign it a purpose. Go out there, find somebody today to share some love with, and you'll find something creeps in, but it's wonderful. You'll find that something changes on your inside. That pain becomes something different. It becomes purpose. You love on purpose. Thanks everybody for watching this series. I hope you got something out of it. There's a possibility I'll make more videos in the future. We'll see how it goes. Thank you for being with me on this journey. It's been interesting to say the least, and at times it's been difficult. But I'm glad that you chose to walk it with me. Thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate your time and attention. I hope you got something out of this journey, and I hope that somewhere along the way some of my experience helps you through yours. Take care everyone. God bless you.